The disappearance of Amelia Earhart is one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in the history of aviation. More than 80 years after her final flight, people continue to wonder what happened to the famous pilot and her navigator, Fred Noonan. Numerous investigations, scientific expeditions, and historical studies have attempted to solve the mystery, yet no explanation has been accepted with complete certainty. Earhart's remarkable achievements as an aviator, together with the mysterious circumstances surrounding her disappearance, have inspired books, documentaries, films, and countless discussions. Her story remains an enduring symbol of courage, determination, and the human desire to explore places that had never been reached before. Amelia Earhart was born on July 24, 1897, in Atchison, Kansas, in the United States. From an early age, she showed an adventurous personality and enjoyed activities that many girls of her time were discouraged from pursuing. During the First World War, she worked as a nurse's assistant and became interested in aviation after seeing military aircraft. In 1920, she took her first airplane flight, and the experience changed her life forever. She later said that after leaving the ground, she knew she wanted to become a pilot. Despite the challenges women faced during that period, she worked hard to achieve her dream. Learning to fly was neither easy nor inexpensive. Earhart worked various jobs to pay for flying lessons and eventually purchased her own airplane. She quickly developed excellent flying skills and set several aviation records during the early years of her career. In 1922, she became one of the first women to fly above 14,000 feet. Her growing reputation attracted public attention, and she soon became an important figure in the rapidly developing world of aviation. At a time when flying itself was still considered dangerous, her achievements encouraged many women to believe that they could succeed in fields traditionally dominated by men. One of Earhart's most famous accomplishments came in 1932, when she became the first woman to fly alone across the Atlantic Ocean. The journey was extremely difficult because she faced strong winds, icy conditions, and mechanical problems. Although she had originally planned to land in France, she was forced to end the flight in Northern Ireland due to technical difficulties. Even so, the achievement made international headlines and earned her widespread admiration. She received numerous awards and became one of the world's most recognizable pilots. Throughout the 1930s, Amelia Earhart continued setting new records and promoting aviation. She gave public speeches, wrote books and magazine articles, and encouraged young people to follow their dreams. She strongly believed that women should have the same opportunities as men in education, science, and aviation. Rather than accepting traditional expectations, she demonstrated through her own actions that determination and hard work could overcome many social barriers. Her influence extended far beyond flying because she became a symbol of independence and personal courage. In 1937, Earhart decided to attempt one of the most ambitious flights ever planned. She hoped to become the first woman to fly around the world along a route close to the equator. The journey would cover approximately 47,000 kilometers and require numerous stops for fuel, maintenance, and rest. Her navigator was Fred Noonan, an experienced expert in long-distance air navigation. Together, they prepared carefully for the demanding expedition, using a specially modified Lockheed Electra aircraft designed for long-distance travel. The journey began successfully, and the pair completed many stages of the flight without major difficulties. They crossed South America, Africa, the Middle East, India, Southeast Asia, and Australia before reaching New Guinea. By this point, they had already completed most of the journey. The next stage required them to fly across a vast area of the Pacific Ocean toward tiny Howland Island, where they planned to refuel before continuing their flight. This section of the route would prove to be the most dangerous because the island was extremely small and difficult to locate in the enormous ocean. On July 2, 1937, Amelia Earhart and Fred Noonan departed from Lae, New Guinea. During the flight, radio communication with the United States Coast Guard ship Itasca which was waiting near Howland Island, became increasingly difficult. Earhart reported that fuel was running low and that she was having trouble locating the island. Her final radio messages suggested that they were flying along a navigation line while searching for the island's position. Shortly afterward, all communication stopped, and the aircraft disappeared without a trace. The disappearance immediately led to one of the largest search operations in aviation history. The United States government sent ships, aircraft, and hundreds of personnel to search vast areas of the Pacific Ocean. The operation covered more than 600,000 square kilometers and cost millions of dollars, making it one of the most expensive searches of its time. Despite these enormous efforts, no confirmed wreckage, survivors, or clear evidence was found. After several weeks, the official search was called off, leaving behind one of history's greatest aviation mysteries. The most widely accepted explanation is known as the crash and sink theory. According to this idea, Earhart and Noonan were unable to locate Howland Island because of navigation difficulties, communication problems, and limited fuel. Eventually, the aircraft most likely ran out of fuel and crashed into the Pacific Ocean. Since the ocean in that region is extremely deep, finding the wreckage has proven exceptionally difficult. Many aviation experts consider this explanation the most likely because it matches the available radio messages and the conditions faced during the flight. Another theory suggests that Earhart and Noonan reached Nikumaroro Island, a remote coral island located hundreds of kilometers from Howland Island. Supporters of this theory believe that the pilots landed safely on the island after failing to find their original destination. According to this explanation, they survived for some time before eventually dying because of a lack of food, fresh water, or medical assistance. Researchers have discovered bones, tools, and other objects on the island over the years, although none has provided conclusive proof that Earhart was ever there. Scientific studies continue to examine this possibility. A third theory claims that Earhart's aircraft landed in territory controlled by Japan, and that she was later captured by Japanese forces. This idea became popular after the Second World War, when various witnesses claimed to have seen or heard about her. However, careful historical investigations have found little reliable evidence supporting these claims. Most professional historians believe that this theory is highly unlikely because no official documents or verified physical evidence have confirmed it. Modern technology has allowed researchers to continue searching for answers. Advanced sonar systems, underwater robots, satellite imaging, and deep-sea exploration equipment have been used to examine areas where the aircraft may have crashed. Several organizations have organized expensive expeditions in the hope of locating the missing Lockheed Electra. Although these missions have discovered interesting underwater objects, none has yet confirmed the location of Earhart's aircraft. Nevertheless, researchers remain optimistic that future technology may eventually solve the mystery. The disappearance of Amelia Earhart has had a lasting influence on aviation history and popular culture. Her story has inspired countless biographies, documentaries, films, museum exhibitions, and educational programs. Many schools teach students about her achievements as an example of perseverance and determination. Airports, scholarships, and aviation organizations have also been named in her honor. Even though her final journey ended in mystery, her earlier accomplishments continue to inspire future generations of pilots, engineers, and explorers. Earhart's life also demonstrates the importance of careful planning and technological development in aviation. Modern aircraft benefit from satellite navigation, global positioning systems, advanced weather forecasting, and highly reliable communication equipment. These technologies greatly reduce many of the risks that pilots faced during the 1930s. Studying historical flights such as Earhart's has contributed to improvements in navigation, aircraft safety, and emergency procedures that continue to protect pilots today. Her story reminds us that exploration has always involved uncertainty. Throughout history, explorers have crossed oceans, climbed mountains, and traveled into unknown regions despite significant dangers. Although not every expedition has ended successfully, these journeys have expanded human knowledge and encouraged scientific progress. Amelia Earhart accepted these risks because she believed that pushing the boundaries of aviation would benefit future generations. Her courage continues to be admired, even though her final mission remains incomplete. In summary, the disappearance of Amelia Earhart remains one of the most fascinating unsolved mysteries in aviation history. Despite decades of investigations, advanced scientific research, and numerous search expeditions, no explanation has been proven beyond doubt. Whether her aircraft crashed into the Pacific Ocean, reached a remote island, or experienced another unknown fate may never be known with complete certainty. However, the mystery surrounding her final flight should not overshadow her remarkable achievements as a pioneering aviator who broke records and challenged social expectations. Amelia Earhart's legacy continues to inspire people around the world to pursue ambitious goals, overcome obstacles, and approach the unknown with courage and determination.